What's up, guys? My name's KhaoticK, back at you guys with a little one today. We're coming at you with a new review. And as you can see by the title, I finally tried 3-MeO PCE. And bro, this was a crazy ass experience, bro. I overshot the dose and I fucking hold. Essentially, it took like roughly 20 milligrams, which is sort of like a strong dose, 20 to 25, maybe up to 30 milligrams at the most. Definitely an overdose, bro. Be very careful when it comes to the substance. But bro, I had a crazy experience, and I have a lot to talk about it. And yeah, I just felt like a lot more of like a euphoric 3-MeO PCP. So we're gonna get right to the video. Hope you guys will stay on. So without further ado, let's get right into the main effects. So 3-MeO PCE, I liked it. It felt very similar to 3-MeO PCP, 3-ME PCP actually as well. Probably gonna feel similar to 3-ME PCPY, which I've done. So, but yeah, we're gonna get right into that though, and leave it down in the comments if you guys have tried it. Now, this is a very, very, very rare dissociative, meaning like I just never seen it, bro. That like I literally had to wait for this one source to finally acquire it, and it's a domestic source, which is nice. I couldn't even find it internationally at all, bro. 3-MeO PCP, I had a source internationally. That one I didn't find anywhere else either, and haven't found it since. So, but it made a comeback. I also tried a 3,4-MD PCP, which is also MD PCP. So I've tried methylene deoxy, phencyclidine. Bro, this one, okay, that shit felt like fucking a little bit like Molly, which is gonna be a whole another review. I'm not gonna get to that right now. Right now, it's 3-MeO PCE. But, bro, this shit was intense. I took the dose and I was like waiting for around like 30 minutes to an hour. And then I quickly realized I took way too much, bro. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, bro. I think it's been a while since I like waited this shit out. But, bro, like I had like a dissociative ego death. My first time trying 3-MeO PCE, and it was my 20th dissociative I've done. So at this point, I'm an expert when it comes to this shit. I knew I was fine. I knew I was gonna be good. But it was pretty fucking intense. A little bit stimulating. I would say 3-MeO PCP was more stimulating, in my opinion, for whatever reason. 3-MeO PCE, I don't know. It felt a lot more dreamy, a lot more psychedelic in a way. Although MD PCP was more psychedelic, though. Great experience, nonetheless. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I was just contemplating shit, bro. It felt like a dream a little bit. Like, bro, that shit hit me so fucking hard, bro. I was gone. I was just like tripping out. Would I really, try it again? No. No. I would not try it again in that kind of a dose. I would definitely try it again in a lower dose because I just overshot that shit so much, bro. That would have been pretty intense, My brain recognizes it though. It just knows, this is what it is. But the normal dose for this shit is like 8 to 10 milligrams. Seriously, for like a normal dose. It's very potent, I would say. And honestly, I kind of want to try combining this with MD PCP or MX PCP, since that does have that group. Because if I combine MX PCP with 3-MeO PCE, bro, it might feel like a new MXE, bro, or some shit. It's gonna be pretty fucking insane. It's gonna be pretty crazy. So we're gonna try that. I'm gonna leave a review about that combo review when I try that combo. But for now, yeah, by itself, a great experience. You really don't even really want to redose. You don't feel like you need to. You feel like you're high enough. Very, very strong dissociation. Bro, like I was like transported into this realm, dog. Like it wasn't as insane. It wasn't as psychedelic as like 3-MeO PCBs. But bro, like at that point, it lasted like well over like 12 hours, bro, with the after effects and everything. The real experience is like 6 to 8 hours though. But yeah, when you take too much, it tends to last a lot longer. The peak in your blood, just the plasma concentrations and shit. So very interesting there. I would just be advised, be cautious, since this is a new substance. It's not very new, like, to the scene, though. Like, if it's new to you, obviously, watch out. It's very easy to overdose, obviously, because it's also very hard to weigh that kind of tiny bit of powder, like 8 to 10 milligrams. That doesn't weigh right, bro. Honestly, the only way to really weigh that out is to, use a capsule. And then for some reason, yeah, the scales are just a lot more accurate when you use something, put the powder in it, and then weigh it. So you weigh the capsule before you put the powder in the capsule, and then you put a tiny bit in the capsule, then you weigh it again. And then if that, goes over like 0.1, a capsule is like usually 0.09 to 0.10. So it's roughly 90 milligrams to 100 milligrams. So you see that go to 0.10, that's obviously 10 milligrams. And that's the best way to really weigh it. Anything lower than 10 milligrams is really just unweighable, bro. You're going to have to use a really good scale. You're going to have to use a laboratory scale. You're going to have to spend more money on that. In my experience, be very careful when it comes to dissociatives when you're weighing that shit, bro, because you will overshoot the dose. More than likely, you will take too much. You will be just in another realm, bro. But, hey, if you want to go there, you can go there. But, yeah, you don't really want to take this for your first time, in my opinion. This is for the experts. But I would say it wasn't, like, too intense. It wasn't cold or anything. Like, it definitely had, like, psychedelia to it. So, in general, you should have a good experience, in my opinion. You should have a very, very good experience, repeatable experience. You're going to want to do it again, for sure. So, yeah, watch out for that. And anyways, after effects, the next day, I felt very great. I definitely felt like I had an ego death in a way. Probably my 5th or 6th ego death on a dissociative. I'm serious, bro. Like, I've had, like, quite a few experiences like this. So, do they really differ? I would say they don't. Usually the ego deaths are all the same. They usually come after a period of not using dissociatives as well. You can't really have an ego death when you have tolerance. You tend to build an immediate tolerance to an ego death. And that's just usually the nature of dissociatives anyway. But yeah, the next day I tried 3,4-MD-PCP. I had like no visible tolerance. I didn't really feel like I had a tolerance. Like I feel like I still felt it. I took 10 milligrams of that shit. Bro, honestly, MD-PCP felt more like MDMA than MX-PCP did, bro. So I'm going to have to make another review about that next, for sure, because very interesting compound, very interesting. And I actually liked 3,4-MD-PCP more than 3-MeO-PCE, which is crazy. I thought I would like 3-MeO-PCE more. But MD-PCP provided more of that classic high because of the methylene deoxy group. And they were saying, because it is a different chemical entirely, it's not going to feel like Molly, bro. But in my opinion, I felt, I don't know, maybe it's because I took so much Molly, bro, but that group, I don't know, but it brought out like the empathogenic and tactogenic qualities of PCP, which was very interesting. It really did, bro. Like it really felt entactogenic in a way. Obviously, it did not feel like a stimulant. It did not feel like amphetamine. It didn't feel like you're rolling, but there was like an empathogenic quality to the PCP, which is crazy, bro. Out of all the dissociatives, this one felt the most entactogenic. MD-PCP. So yeah, definitely leave the comments if you've tried it. That's going to be their next review though. But yeah, in comparison to 3-MeO-PCE, 3-MeO-PCE, it felt a little bit colder. Yeah, MD-PCP felt warmer. However, they're both great experiences, but I would say if you're looking for the warm, cozy high that makes you feel all right, makes you feel okay, MD-PCP would be a little better. Although I do want to try 3-MeO-PCE in like a 10 milligram dose. Probably feels more normal. More of a normal high because, yeah, bro, I was transported into another realm. I took way too much of 3-MeO-PCP for my first time. But, very, very good experience. Very good ego death. Very good reset. Definitely had like a mental reset in a way. So I like that and I very much appreciated that. So, yeah. Other than that, 3-MeO-PCE, very similar to 3-MeO-PCP, but I can't really compare them 100% though because with 3-MeO-PCP, bro, 3-MeO-PCP, I just felt a lot more manic, a lot more stimulating, less mania than 3-MeO-PCE. But 3-MeO-PCE, I fucking took way too much my first time, like literally. So both experiences are definitely different now because 3-MeO-PCE was, now the experience is stronger than 3-MeO-PCP. But I'm pretty sure 3-MeO-PCP probably was almost as strong, if not stronger, than 3-MeO-PCE in a whole. But I feel like this one was easier to hold on than like 3-MeO-PCP. I don't know why. I don't know. Leave it down in the comments if you know why. Maybe if you potentially know why. But other than that, I would try it again. I would definitely do it. A 9 out of 10 experience from me, bro. Definitely very, very good for ego death, bro. And you can definitely, get there with this compound. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are staying eyes lifted. Please join my harm reduction to substance Discord and the link in the top of the channel. The link is in the description below, as well as Like, subscribe, dislike, don't give a shit, and comment. Share the video as well to your friends and family, whoever else is interested in this kind of content. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys had a good weekend. And I hope you guys are staying high and stay lifted. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.